Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. So yesterday we completed, I think, stage 1 of the compiler. Not stage 1 exactly, but what did we do? Yeah, we created the symbol table. Now we need to write the code generation part. Code generation. Local variables, argument, okay. Okay, so what did we do exactly? We wrote symbol table. Hey DYL boy 564, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Check compiler tokenizer. Okay, we already wrote the symbol table. Now we need to write the VMWriter. Each variable is assigned a running index within its scope, table and kind. Okay, VMWriter. Do we already have VMWriter file? I think we need to create another file for it. So let's create one. What should we call it? Just VMWriter. Let's call it VMWriter. Hey Sivans, how are you, man? Welcome to the stream. How's your Django learning? Good. So what kind of projects are you working on right now? Touch. Well, yeah, I mean, I completed, I think, one part, this symbol table part. Now I only need to write this module VMWriter. Then it will be done mostly, but this final part is the hardest one because I have to write the code to convert the XML output into the real VM code. Google form. Ah, great. Yeah, I do have this code on GitHub. This is my profile. And the compiler code is in this directory. Check compiler. So right now I'm working on compiler to branch. I have not merged this branch yet because it contains several different stages. So I'm working on different branches for different features. VM, yeah. So what are you using for the front end part of your app? Well, no, it won't be that much complicated actually, because this branch is ahead of the master branch, so it will merge without any conflicts. I mean, I don't have different features on the different branches. I just have, for the next stage of the branch, I had to modify the previous stage, so that's why I built different branch. But the master branch will remain. It's just serving templates directly, no front end. Ah, yeah, right. So I think you must be using Jinja or something, right? Templating engine. You do have to use a templating engine, right? Or can you directly serve the HTML? Bootstrap? No, I'm not talking about Bootstrap. I mean, to can you serve the HTML page directly from Django? Yeah, Jinja, right? So when I used to work with Node.js, I think I used EJS. It's a templating engine, just like Jinja. I don't think it is default, but mostly Jinja is being used for Python backend. Yeah, right. Okay, so you mean then Jinja is by default templating engine, right? I mean, I, even I also want to learn a Python backend framework. Maybe, yeah, maybe. By the way, I changed the fonts. Do you like these new fonts? Let me show you. Is it visible, this code? Because I changed the transparency as well of alacrity. Yeah, good. Okay, so for VMWriter, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not much difference. I like this font, Comic Code, but it's not a free font. I tried to find the free version, but it's not available. It's a very good font. Let me show you. Django. Oh, okay. I mean, I have no idea about Django because I have not used it. But I remember Jinja is a templating engine for Python, because when I used to do bug bounty hunting, Jinja was mentioned frequently. Jinja too. Oh yeah. So I like this font, but it cost like $12, so I didn't get it. I can't waste this much just for a font. Learn something new every day. Yeah. I mean, in IT, there's a lot to learn. Yeah, it's fine. You're right. In IT, there's a lot to check out this poster of computer science. I mean, it contains everything like what the computer whole of computer science contains, like theoretical computer science, computer engineering, and so on. I like this poster a lot. It tells you what different fields are available. So I mean, look at it, how many different types of things you can learn. And I have not even explored, I don't know. I mean, I am interested in mostly this part, computer. Yeah, you can't learn and all. You have to pick something. So I'm mostly interested in this part, computer engineering. So software and programming languages, compilers, OS, networking, and structure. So, and I think the bottom portion is the cutting edge. So like machine learning, computer vision, artificial intelligence, robotics. But this is the base, theoretical computer science. So I think if someone learns this, then it will be easier to pick up any different part. VMWriter. Top down versus bottom up. Yeah, right. I mean, I mostly prefer what, let's see. So the top down, I always get both of this confused. What's top down basically? Bottom up is starting from the basics, right? Yeah, right. So I think the whole education system teaches you using that technique bottom up, but I think everyone should start with the top down approach mostly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, everyone should start from bottom up, top down, because when you are starting something, you don't have much of a clue how everything works. So yeah, exactly. I mean, that is how we in sports we use the bottom up top down approach, because you don't start with if you want to play football, you don't start with how this football is made, how to kick it perfectly, how to kick it at a separate angle and so on. No, you just start with this is the goal and just start playing it. And after some time, when you get a hang of the basics, like then you can specialize in different techniques like how to dribble and so on and so forth. So that approach is, I think, most efficient. First you start with the top. I mean, I read this post. It's a nice post. It's written by this guy. I forgot his name. It's a nice post. Net alias. Yeah, this learning through layers of abstraction. It talks about exactly the same thing. You start from the top, then you go down bottom. So, I mean, some people, I mean, there are cons to this approach as well, because you see nowadays there are many, so-called web developers who call themselves software engineers, but they don't know like how a computer works at the, bare metal level. So they don't know how memory works and so on. So they're just what can I say? So they just play around with the top layers only. So they are just stuck. I think after some time. Yeah. So after some time, I mean, you shouldn't be stuck at the top level only. So if you get stuck at the top level, you will learn and you can have a good career, but you won't have a very deep understanding of how things work. So I think as the time goes on, you should start digging some more. But if you start with the bottom first, then you will get overwhelmed and you will think that where the hell am I going to use this? 7. Oh, great. MicroPython. Is that an online meetup or an offline one? Offline. Oh, good. At the level of microprocessor. So what did you learn? How did they teach you? Like in the context of Python hosted at the local library. Yeah, so how did they teach microprocessors in the context of Python? Ah, okay. It's a meetup, right, right. So what kind of things did you guys discuss? Yeah, right. I mean, that's also nice. I mean, but yeah, what kind of things did you guys discuss? ESP, what's that? Hmm. Electronic stability program. Is this like an electronics thing? Electronic stability control? They don't have an OS, so the Python will work on the OS hardware. Oh, microcontroller. Yeah, it has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi as well. So you can load your Python programs on this chip, right? Flash the memory with MicroPython. Okay, so you need to overwrite the contents of this flash memory. So what, you connect this to your PC, then you flash. So is this like an SD card or something? So you write your Python code, MicroPython. Is that what's MicroPython? Is that what Python code gets converted into? This built-in memory. Yeah. Python for microcontrollers. Nice. Circuit Python. Oh, nice. C Python. C Python means Python, right? So, but does this what was it called, ESP contain the compiler and stuff, or do you have to compile this and flash it into the memory? Because if it doesn't have any OS, and it won't even have the compiler as well, right? Flash into memory, right? It's nice, yeah. Basically hardware and some rudimentary. Yeah, so rudimentary, I mean BIOS and some simple things, right? Oh, it will have a compiler as well, or interpreter, yeah, right. So can you don't have a terminal? Yeah, right. So it doesn't have any interface. It just has BIOS code and compiler and stuff, right? Python REPL. Yeah, right. Are you talking about REPL? Are you talking about the website REPL, or what's the full form of REPL? Oh, I get it. So it's just a compile, I mean the interpreter, right? REPL is basically. So it acts as a terminal. Oh, I see, right. So you can control the whole controller using the Python commands, Python codes. Yeah, right. So you can as the image, so you can access all of these different components using just the Python code. Provides the calls. Nice. Read, evaluate, print, loop. Oh, this is called a REPL. So I use it every day, but I didn't know that it is called REPL. Switch that can send a message to their phone. Oh, that's nice. So how does it send a message? Using Bluetooth? I mean on Telegram. So Wi-Fi, I guess, using Wi-Fi. If they are sending a message to Telegram, then yeah, Wi-Fi. We have touch sensors as well, so it can be used as an Internet of Things as well, right? It has a lot of components. A radio, RFC. Read only. This is where the BIOS code resides, right? ROM, read only memory. And this is the RAM part. Okay. This is where the code runs. And you can write your code here in the flash memory. Nice. Although to be honest, I have never really played with any of the hardware components. Like that's one of my, future goals, to get into electronics and stuff. I mean, if I'm going to work with low level programming and stuff, I should learn this stuff as well. Nice. I mean, I have never really attended those kind of meetups, so I'm sure they are nice. I mean, it's good to, converse with people in real life. Online it's okay, but in real life it's different. One that owns a bakery, so it's good to see the application. Oh, nice. Right, right. I mean, meetups are good for employment opportunities as well, right? Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you converse with people in real life, I mean, if they are working on some kind of projects, it also inspires you to, start working on your projects as well. Yeah, definitely, it's a social thing. I mean, tossing around ideas and, it's very great. I mean, just yesterday only, I was talking to that guy Jen, who was here on the stream earlier when we played that game. So he said that he was going to learn C++, C++. So I said I also want to learn. So I thought why not learn together? So I'm planning to learn together, but I don't know how yet. Maybe we'll be making a project together or something. Right. I mean, having someone is also good for accountability, right? Yeah, I mean, he's not from India actually, he's from Thailand, so we are not going to meet in real life, but I was talking about online things. And yeah, COVID is so bad. I don't really get out at all. I'm always in my room most of the time. I mean, I lived this kind of life earlier as well when there was no pandemic, so I don't really have a problem in that. I don't really get out that much anyway. And that's its input from tokens. Shopping, yeah, I mean, uh, for shopping only I go. I mean, if I want to get something, I just go and get it and come back home directly. I don't roam around or something. I mean, I used to go out, I mean, for walks and such things in the park before pandemic, but now I don't really get out. And most of the time, my father goes out for shopping and such things. Does this compile, right? VMWriter do compilation engine, gets its input from tokenizer and writes it output using VMWriter. Creates a new output. Okay, so we need to create a new file. Let's call it outf out file. Open for we probably need to pass the path. Symbol table compilation. Out file, open path, and this is not an XML file, it will be a VM file. What should I call it? Out.vm. Okay, right. Need a method for closing as well. We don't need a special function for closing. We can directly call. Yeah, we don't need a special function. Writes a VM push command. These functions write push, write pop are being handled using the compilation engine routines. Hey Datadev, welcome to the stream. Is your internet back now? Is it alright? This compile x should be called only if xxx is the current syntactic element. If xxx is part of an expression and thus has a value. Oh, nice. You mean yesterday? Ah, yeah, 8:30 p.m. Right. Which connection do you have? Regional problem. Yeah, I mean, cutoffs usually happen. Most of the time, it is because of, the electricity companies. They, because of their maintenance things, they cut the wire of other internet companies as well. Usually, that's what happens. Yeah, I know about it. Let me see as well. Yeah, wait, I mean, I hope it won't show the IP address. So this is the downloading speed, but if I click on some more, it will show the, yeah, I mean, usually it is pretty nice. Sometimes the internet speed gets down, but most of the time it is okay. I mean, the connection is very much reliable. Which internet provider are you using? So 24 Mbps BS. Yeah, right. Oh yeah, BSNL. You said you told me about it yesterday. Once you get an internet connection which is higher, you can't really go back, you know. Once you get a 100 Mbps connection, you can't go back to 50 Mbps. Compiles a complete class. Right. I mean, this is the only thing that I tolerate, you know, in terms of hedonic adaptation. When I can live without anything else. Temperature, I don't know, but it's very hot outside, and I don't know why my AC is not working today. That's why I'm literally in sweat right now, even though the AC is set at 22. Don't know why. Yeah, I mean, I used to read a lot of books. So after I dropped out, I read, I don't know, I haven't kept count, but I read like hundreds of books, not 100, but maybe 20-30 books I was reading. And I was most of the weekdays I was reading like for whole days. So beyond the basic. Oh, beyond the basics. Search it. Automate the boring stuff. Yeah, I know about it. So I used to read non-fiction books mostly. I never beyond the basics. Yeah, I also have the free Udemy course. So I think every month he gives away coupon code, right? Every month he gives away coupon code for this beyond, not this, but automate the boring stuff. So I got it for free, but I've never really opened it and not even watched a single video yet. Oh, so you can keep track of your reading also on Goodreads. That's nice. So what kind of books do you guys read? Just technical books or all kind? So let me to tell you my story. So after I dropped out, I was really into reading. So I was reading about how to learn and what kind of how this education system is, and how to create a career without an education system in an unconventional way, and so on. So I read many non-fiction books, and I was reading like 12 to 13 hours every day, and that's how I got this spectacles. I didn't have Goodreads. Nice. The Master Switch, The Innovators, Hackers. Oh, I think I have read this book, Hackers. The Prophet. Oh, The Prophet. You have read The Prophet. So I have not read The Prophet, but One of my favorite book is The Alchemist. I think you might have read it. The Alchemist. I have read it like 2 or 3 times by now. Hackers is the best. Oh, I think I have this book. Yeah, I think I have read first chapter of this book. Rum. No, what's that? Rum. Is that the title of the book? Rum? 10 incomplete books. But nowadays I don't read that much. All subscriptions. Do you mean the Kindle subscription? So I do have a Kindle. After I got spectacles, I thought that why not invest in Kindle. So I do have a Kindle. Let's see which books do I have. I was reading this book about OS yesterday. Beyond the Basic with Python. Best practices for it. Sivan's house, this book, Beyond the Basic. So I know the Automate the Boring Stuff book is nice. But I didn't really hear about this book earlier. I might look into it. Datadev, he has a philosophy. He pays for something, gets value from elsewhere. Yeah, right. So it's a theoretical book. I see. Yeah, right. Yeah, I have never really opened the course. I just downloaded it. So I was keeping track of the subreddit where he posts the coupons. So after I think on the third try, I got the coupon and I signed up in my account, and I applied the coupon and I just downloaded the course. And but after that, I never really opened the account. I've not opened the course yet. You are right. I mean, if you put your money on the line, then it gives you, a kind of push. Gandhi. Oh. You want to reread it again, so that much you liked it? Skip the line. Nikola Tesla. Mathematics for learning. Talent sets target no one else. Reminding you, right? Have you guys read The Alchemist? Oh, nice. You have. Yeah, by Paulo Coelho. It turns into the wind. Yeah, yeah, that one. I mean, it's a really spiritual kind of book. Like it has a deeper meaning. You when you were very young. So I think you should reread it again now. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not a huge book. It's you can complete. I think I have completed it in 2 days as well on the final read. Chocolate movie. Chocolate. Yeah, I have seen that movie. Chocolate. But how does it relate to Alchemist? It was like a murder mystery movie, isn't it? Chocolate. I'm talking about this movie, Chocolate, the Hindi film, Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, I have not read the Bhagavad Gita, but I mean, I have listened to the verses and I have read many other spiritual books. I mean, other than coding, that's what I really do. After I'm done with coding, I dive deeper into such concepts of spirituality. Yeah, it is very difficult. I mean, you have to keep, so the difficulty with Bhagavad Gita is, and not just Bhagavad Gita, but most of the Indian books, spiritual books, they don't really, Gita. My mother tongue, Gujarati is Gujarati. About that, Gita. Yeah, right. So, that's exactly I'm talking about. So, the problem with most of the spiritual Indian spiritual books is that it doesn't talk directly. Like it's not directly pointing to Atman and ego and all of these things. Like it tells you using the different stories, like that story in Bhagavad Gita of the chariot and the charioteer and the different horses. So it's not really it's a symbolic form for our own mind. So I think it's like the horses are the different senses, our five senses, and the charioteer is, I guess, the our mm, the lower form of our brain. I guess you can say our lizard brain, which indulges in pleasures and pains and such things. And the one sitting behind is the our mind. Yeah, I mean Kurukshetra. I mean that's exactly what I'm talking about. Kurukshetra is really it's a symbolic form of each and mind of each and every person. And usually what happens because in Indian religion is that people take it literally, like they don't see the symbolic form. Friends from self. Oh, Sivans, you're from Sri Lanka. I thought you were from India. Good old days. So I have also tried to read the Vedas as well. So I think Vedas are on, they don't talk in very much. I mean, other Vedas talk, but I think the Vedanta or the Upanishads, what is it called? It doesn't talk in stories. It just gives you directly what is the truth. Which is your favorite non-fiction book? I mean, I've read this, complete works of Swami. Oh, you have read the complete works of Swami Vivekananda. I have not really dived into the works of Vivekananda, but I think he was also Range by David. Yeah, I mean, Range is about what was it about? I also read it. I think I have it on my Kindle. It's about innate talent or something, right? No, it's about generalist versus specialist, right? Yeah, I remember. So yeah, I think his premise is something like this. So in the initial stages of your career, you should have a generalist mind. And after that, only after you have explored different fields, after that, you should, specialize in something. Or at least that's what he talks about. I mean, he takes examples of different sport athlete persons, and I mean, you like it. So my favorite non-fiction book is *Sapiens* by Noel. How I don't know how to pronounce its name, but Noel Harari or something. It's a great book. Yeah, Roger Federer, right? Type. You mean the name of the book? Yeah, wait. Let me. Yeah, right. I mean, even I haven't read the whole book, The Sapien. I have yet to complete it, but I think the first part is the most, point on. Like I like the part where he explains about what was it called, the structures, psychological structures or something. Oh, data, you did Vipassana. Nice. So you guys are also into spirituality. I thought I was the only programmer who is interested in this kind of things. He was his, oh, yeah, right. This guy is Israeli, Harari. I think he's a professor in University of Jerusalem, right? I mean, the course that I'm doing right now, this one, Nand2Tetris, also from by the instructors are also the professors of this university, Hebrew University of Jerusalem. These two guys, Simon Chopin and Noah Misa. Yeah, right. What was your experience like in Vipassana meditation? Yeah, right. I think I saw it. I heard it in his interview with that actress. I don't remember the name. The actress from Thor, Natalie Portman. So He said it in that interview that he went to Vipassana. Five people. Oh. WB. What's that? WB? Is that a short form for a place? Yeah, so one of the person that I respect the West Bengal, yeah, whom I respect the most is this guy, Jiddu Krishnamurti. I mean, if you are into spirituality, this guy is spot on. Like, it doesn't dive into any of the bullshit. Like, it directly tells you the everything very clearly. You can follow with him. So this is the guy that I respect most. He's not alive right now, he's dead, but his videos are awesome. They are, dialogue form of interviews. They are not really lectures. Tim Ferriss. Ah, yeah. You mean he said it in that interview as well, Tim Ferriss's interview. Right. He had a story he went to meet. About whom are you talking, Data? Whose story that he went to meet someone? Story of regret. Whom are you talking about? So yeah, I was saying that outside of coding, that's what I really do. Like, I dive into spiritual things. So I was thinking that after I'm done with, so I try to do it before, in I think 1 week before. So I tried to think that it was called thinking out loud. So that's what I try to do usually. Try to inquire into different aspects of mind. So I was thinking of doing it frequently online. So if you are guys also into such things, maybe it will be a fun thing to do together. We can explore different things, like, I don't know, maybe pleasure, pain, and such things, like what's the goal of religion and so on. I like to think about these things a lot. Went to meet a spiritual leader somewhere, and that person was... Oh, I haven't heard about that story, but yeah, I mean, he's a very cranky guy. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he has his idiosyncratic ways, but I mean, you don't really have to believe this guy, because he never really talks anything in air. Like, he just starts from the first principle of, even if you ask a very top level question, he gets down to the bottom of it. So it starts from there. "45 types of meditations, legal and illegal." So illegal, what kind of illegal meditation? Can there be those illegal meditations as well? Really? No. I mean, are you talking about, I don't know, chakra? What is it called? I don't know. I am not. Yeah, I mean, drugs. I think those kind of meditations might be legal. So I have heard about this ayahuasca or something. Where if you drink it, it's kind of a drug that Amazonian people, pain and pleasure. Yeah, I mean, when drugs are those kind of meditations where drugs are involved are illegal. Smell too. You mean you're giving the topic for discussion? Smell. Why smell though? What's interesting about smell? All five sensory organs can be hallucinated. Ah, I mean, that's what happens when you take drugs, right? You're right. I mean, I don't even believe in those kind of meditations. For me, meditation is basically, getting into inquiry and all those kind of things. Because there's a lot of drama going on in this space. Yeah, right. I mean, this guy Jiddu Krishnamurti has certain, rational points about why these other meditations are totally useless as well. So use all of them. Also uses all some use bhakti. Yeah, right. Name word meditation. Yeah, I mean, Vipassana is kind of a name word meditation as well, right? So you are given a particular Sanskrit word which doesn't have any meaning or something, and you repeat it in your mind. So first you repeat it outwardly, then you repeat it in your mind, something like that, right? I used to do this kind of meditations in, I think, in my 11th standard. I was very much into, chakras and all of this kind of things. Yeah, right. Yeah, later there we can go into this kind of things very deeply if you are interested. I mean, I'm also interested in this kind of things. But when talking about these things, it's also ways of research and development. I mean, the neuroscience is exploring this kind of concepts. It has barely touched the surface of this kind of concepts. So there's this channel, psychedelic scientist or something. This guy, he talks about this kind of experiences, psychedelic experiences, in terms of neuroscience. Like, you have watched it. It's a nice channel. So I watched this what is ego that and all of those videos. So he talks about, so the neuroscience is barely touching the surface of it, but these things have been explored, a lot since the ancient of times. But in a scientific way, they are barely touching the surface now. Yeah, right, Gita. I mean, most of the way the tech has changed so much. But I mean, the basic structure of the mind has remained. I mean, it remains same, right? Human, we have not evolved like for thousands of years. So the basic things still apply, and even those things that were talked about in Gita and Upanishads are also, you know, I think these things are much more important now, I think, in modern times. Yeah, man, don't worry. I think we guys should talk about it more because I'm also into this kind of thing. Yeah, right. Timeless. It is timeless. Shit. Yeah, right. I mean, I don't think that catered to the future. They didn't cater to the future, but I mean, the main problems of humanity has remained the same since the humans have been on the earth, right? So the problems of pain and pleasure, and what else, anxiety and depression, and all of these things were before as well, right? Since the beginning of humanity. So they are, so I don't, these things are timeless, but I think nowadays in modern times it has, all of these things are on steroid, to say. I mean, at during the ancient times, that there were not that many, pleasures, like there were there was not much entertainment. Like if you wanted to entertain yourself during those times, you would have to, find someone in your village. If there was some drama in your village, then yeah, distractions. So there were not many distractions and entertainment, this kind of stuff during those times, but they were still there. I mean, alcohol and all of these things were have been there, but you didn't have that many options. But right now, like, see how many things there are for distractions. So these things, apply a lot now in the modern days. Have you guys watched the Matrix movies, the Matrix series?